as some of you may remember, last year Nigel got in a fight with another cat because he doesn't like other cats. Um, and got pretty beat up, so we had to take care of his injuries, which he's always been pretty good about. But last week, he got into another fight with my neighbor's sweet little barn cat, and she turned out okay, but he got, it's very hard to see there, maybe from this angle. See a little thing sticking up right here? That's a piece of cartilage. I'm sorry, Boo. Now, today I thought it wouldn't hurt to clean it up a little bit, so what I have here are some cotton swabs soaked in a surgical scrub. Now you can do this with warm water and a mild hand soap. So what I'm going to do is take the swab here, and if he will hold still for me, just lightly scrub it, just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Good boy. Like I said, he's always been really good about us treating his injuries. Um, I know it tickles. I know. Yeah. And that's actually a piece of cartilage sticking up. What this cat did to him with her claw was she actually pulled a flap of cartilage out from under the skin. And there was no way it was getting back in. So, yeah. So, you know, I literally had to pull him off of her to stop the fight, which I don't recommend doing with most cats because most cats tend to have more of their teeth. He's just got, well, I mean, he has most of his teeth, but he only has one canine tooth, and that's, the really dangerous one. So, yeah. Let's make sure I can still keep this in frame here. It's hard to really. Alright. Yeah. I'm gonna take another swab and just start. Oops, working at it again. I know. But yeah, he's always been pretty good about us treating his injuries. One time he had a big abscess on his paw, and he actually let us submerge the paw in water with Epsom salt to help kind of draw out any infection in that abscess. And he was so good about it. And there was another time years and years ago that I don't remember which ear it was. I think it was the back of the left ear. I think he'd gotten into a fight with another cat, of course, and the cat bit the skin off the back of his ear right down to the cartilage, and he let us essentially drench his head in a betadine scrub solution. I'm just gonna let him finish his twitching here. Buddy, that's the wrong ear. What, are you saying I actually need to clean your ears out? Well, I'm not going to use cotton swabs for that. That'll do more harm than good. Oh, okay. And I'm just going to do this until either I've used all my swabs or he decides he's done and wants to leave. There we go. If you hold, Nigel, you're making me look bad. I am a veterinary technician or nurse, depends on what state. I am certified. I went to school for 2 years, did an internship at a clinic, took the exam and passed, and became certified in 2015. And I just recently renewed my certification, so I am still a certified veterinary technician, registered, licensed veterinary nurse. Again, depends on the state. Yeah. So it's a little bit of blood coming out, not surprising. Yep, alright. That was it. Yeah. So like I said, if your cat has just a minor, skin wound, a scrape like that that's a little bloody, just use warm water and a mild hand soap. And don't try and hold your cat down. If they don't want you to do it, then don't. Really, it's better to not stress them and let it heal on its own than to restrain them, stress them out, make them mad, and potentially risk injuring them worse. Which is why I am not going after him to keep cleaning it, even though I still have 3.5 good swabs for use. So, yeah. Um, and if it's anything more serious than just a minor, whoops, poor old guy. Yeah, he's slowing down. It's really hot out right now. It's in the low 90s, and it's gonna get hotter today. If it's anything more than just a minor scrape, definitely take your cat to a veterinarian, to an actual clinic. And my mother, I do still live with my parents because housing costs are insane, and I work part time. But my mother was a veterinarian, licensed veterinarian. Her license expired 30 years ago because she stopped practicing and went to work for the federal government in epidemiology. But yeah, she's been to veterinary conventions and continuing education in veterinary medicine, so she's up to date on what needs to be done. But if there was something really wrong with him, I would take him to the nearest clinic. Just because it would be in a setting where he wouldn't be worked on by people who are, stressed out about him specifically. Because I work for a house call practice, so when my boss comes here to take care of him, take care of Nigel, I tend to be a little bit freaked out. There we go. Accidentally screwed up the focus on this. It's a new tablet. I'm still getting used to it. I don't really freak out, but I have trouble performing. So yeah, even if you're trained in it, you really shouldn't think that you can easily treat your own pet. And with him, it's just drawing blood. I mean, I'm fine vaccinating him, but drawing his blood is when I get nervous. Yeah. Yeah. So, and be aware that we generally tend to outlive our pets. He could be 20, 21 years old. We don't really know. So he's slowing down, showing his age. Although last week he did catch a dove and bring it to me. Of course, he brought it to me alive because he's missing 3 of his kill teeth. The dove turned out okay. Don't worry about that. We got it taken care of. But yeah. See, even at, his advanced age, he's proven that he's still a capable hunter. I mean, when he got in that fight last week, he took off after that other cat. And it just, in about half a second, he went from right here, right here, in the shadow of the grill, to, that's probably a good 100 feet, I think. Right about here by this fence post. So, yeah. Sorry, I've been rambling a little bit. But yeah, in senior animals, you need to be careful about the kind of care they're receiving, especially as far as restraint and handling goes. We like to try and avoid sedation and anesthesia if we can in our older pets. Although I do not recommend sedation-free dentistry. That's a lot of stress. Someone is very likely to get bit. You, in an awake and scared animal, you're not going to be able to do an effective oral exam. It's really not safer, even for an older animal. Actually, especially for an older animal. Hello. Yeah, he doesn't even let us look at his teeth, and yeah, and he's pretty good about letting me examine him. But, you know, like most animals, he's not just gonna let you stick your finger in his mouth and be fine with it. I mean, if you tried that with me, I'd bite you. So yeah, if I guess the real point I'm trying to make with this video is, especially if you aren't trained or qualified in it, don't try and treat anything serious with your own pet. I mean, you know, unless, you know, someone has brought your pet to a clinic that you work at and you are certified for it. Although even then, I would still say someone else please take care of him for me, personally. And it really is the owner's decision. But, you know, for the well-being of the animal, I'd say, you know, let a trained professional in a professional setting do it for you. It's worth the cost, believe me. Yep, you done? You want to go inside, or are you just going to take another death nap? Huh? Huh, zombie? Hey. Alright, I'll leave you in peace. I think I've rambled long enough.